So we are headed to my parents' house, and this used to cause so much anxiety and stress in my life because they have non-Whole30 approved foods. They have non-paleo foods. They have junk food in their house. Oh my gosh, I can't go there because I'm not allowed to eat any of this food. It's going to be awful. Also, we're here now. Don't use your phone and drive. It's really bad news. That's your PSA. But so I just want to go over. So I was afraid to go to my parents' house. The people who birthed me, raised me, took care of me. I was afraid to go there because they had unhealthy food. So I avoided going to my parents' house. How is that healthy? Health is more than just food. Health is more than just what you weigh. It is more than just the food that you put in your body. You're like, the stuff happening up here, it really is a lot about that. So what would happen is either I would avoid, or I would go and I would feel all of this anxiety, and I would say to myself, oh my gosh, if I'm here, I'm going to eat everything. I'm going to eat everything. I'm going to eat everything. Oh, I'm so nervous. Guess what? So I'm saying that I have this thought in my head, this belief, what happens when I go to my parents' house. Guess what the action that followed? Guess. I'd eat everything, like everything. Stuff I didn't even like, because it would be, oh, I just had a little bit. I broke the rules. Well, I effed up, might as well just keep eating. And so I would eat and eat and eat, ignore all the body cues, all the signals my body was telling me about fullness, or even ignore my taste buds, like, I don't even actually like this, but clean plate club, you started it, gotta finish it. So I would just ignore all of that stuff because I had this belief system in my head about myself when I was around unhealthy foods. How is that healthy? It's not healthy. But in my head, I could only eat healthy when I was following a meal plan. I could only eat healthy if I was being perfect. I could only eat healthy when I was doing paleo or Whole30 or, just tracking things. That's the only time I could be healthy. That was my belief system. That was the action that followed. So now I have in my head, right? Like if I go to my parents' house, I'm going to eat everything. The action that followed, I would go to my parents' house, I would eat everything. So now I have this added belief about going to my parents' house. If I go there, everything is going to fall apart. So I'm going to continue to avoid, or every time I go, that's going to keep building up. I'm going to keep repeating those actions and create more fear and more shame. And then do this in my head. See, that's why you have to. That's why you're messed up. That's why, right? So the evidence, we have this belief, we will find the evidence to support that belief. Once I change my belief, actually I can be around unhealthy foods and be fine. Once that became my belief, the actions followed. I looked for evidence that I could be around unhealthy, imperfect foods and be okay. Those actions followed. So tips for going to your parents' house and feeling fine. Number one, make sure that you're eating as many plants as possible. If your parents don't have plants, bring some. That's the one food that you should bring to your parents' house if they don't have any. Bring some vegetables. It'll be great for everyone. It's not diety. It's delicious. 2, eat some protein. Make sure that you're fueling your body. These tips are the same over and over and for a reason. There is nothing magical. There are no other situations of how to eat. How you eat stays the same based on how you eat is the same. There just might be changes of the foods that fall into those categories. And then you also have to be okay that sometimes you mess up. That's the other part about imperfect eating, is there are going to be times that you eat 7 bowls of cereal. It's like a novelty. And then you realize actually I don't feel so good when I eat 7 bowls of cereal. Let me learn from that. If this resonates with you, you struggle going to your parents' house, I want to hear from you. Comments below or send me a message. Is that your friend?